What is the difference between a comprehensive medical aid and a hospital-only medical aid? Now, I'm guessing that you're watching this video because you want to make 100% certain that in the event of you needing some kind of medical treatment, the medical aid covers you in full. So you want to have comprehensive. At the same time, you want to make sure that you can get that without having to pay a high premium. So you want to make this to be affordable. Now, this series that you're watching called Medical Aid Secrets is designed to do exactly that. In fact, I'm Devanika, and since 2004, I've been in financial services. And I can tell you that medical aid is one of those things that most people tend to get wrong. We end up paying more cover than we should. And this series is all designed to guide you on how you can get the most value from it. So let's get started on the differences between the two. So it's all about comprehensive versus hospital only. Now, on a comprehensive plan, it basically means that they are including some kind of savings to it, right? So it means it's covering you for things that happen inside as well as outside of the hospital. So I'll mark that in here. So it's inside plus out, right? Whereas a hospital-only plan, you know that this is covering you only inside the hospital. Now, I'll share with you some secrets because these videos are designed to give you so much more value. So I'm saying inside here in inverted commas, right? So how do they go about doing it? In a comprehensive medical aid, there's generally some type of savings that's attached to it, right? So there's a savings that you get access to, and that savings then allows you to pay for things that the medical aid traditionally would not pay for, right? That a hospital-only plan would not pay for. I'll use an example to make this look a bit easier. Let's just assume that you're needing some kind of treatment and you are visiting your family doctor. Now, you're making the visit outside of the hospital, right? Outside of the hospital. The doctor is not based in the hospital in my example. So how do you finance this? How do you pay this? If you have a medical aid that's hospital only, there's no savings benefit attached to it. And because you're not hospitalized, it's not going to make the payment, right? Because it's covering only things that happen in the hospital, meaning you're going to have to pay the doctor bill on your own. But when you have a comprehensive medical aid, it generally has with it some kind of savings benefit. And that savings benefit allows you to pay for things that take place outside of a hospital. So I use a doctor in this example, but it could also be a pharmacy. It could be a specialist treatment, but you know that you've got some type of savings, right? But I also want to give you more value here. So I want to share with you 3 important secrets. So let's get started with the first one. And the first is in terms of a medical secret, medical savings secret. What I want you to be mindful here is when you are choosing a comprehensive plan. So when you are choosing something that's comprehensive, it's not that you're just going to get the savings that's attached to it, right? The medical aid generally tends to add in a few more elements, meaning you could have other benefits that are attached here, which might increase your premium. So you want to be mindful for that. But you also want to analyze, do you actually have a need for those benefits or not, right? So for example, maybe they might give you a whole string of benefits for oncology, but you might have a need for it. Or they might give you a whole string of benefits for maternity, but again, you might not have a need for it. So you want to see what is exactly taking place. Aside from savings, what are the other benefits and is it worth getting the other benefits? Because here's the other thing that you could work with, right? As an alternate solution now, this is only hospital only. You could have a hospital only plan and then check with your medical aid to see if you can have some kind of savings benefits that's attached to it, right? Which means you're going to have your premium here. And I'm going to use an example in this one to make it easy, right? Let's say your premium is 2,000 Rand, just to make the math look easy. You could tell the medical aid, look, you want to attach some kind of savings to it. And in my example, let's say you are putting 500 Rand towards the savings, which means the total price of your medical aid is now 2,500 Rand. But it's split up into 2 portions, right? You've got a portion that's going towards the medical aid itself, and then you've got a portion that's going towards savings. Now you have that savings, which could then be used for doctor visits. It could be used for your pharmacy visits, but it all again depends on how much you save, right? So you didn't have to bump yourself up to a comprehensive plan and get all the other benefits that you might not need. You could just take the hospital only plan and attach more benefits to it, right? Or attach a savings to it. It's one way to finance this. Now, I will be creating a second video where I'm talking on medical savings secrets specifically, and I'll give you more secrets there, right? But this is just to help you decide between comprehensive and hospital only. Next secret that I want to share with you is additional free benefits. So you might have the perception that, hey, if you are choosing a hospital only plan, that you're limited, right? you're limited to whatever happens inside of the hospital. But it's not exactly true, because each medical aid offers you certain things that are additional, right? They're free benefits to have. Usually this comes in the form of what they call prescribed minimum benefits, PMB. I'll explain it just now again in more detail in the next secret. But some of the other things that could be included in here would be, let's say, an HIV test. Now, you want to check with your medical aid, right? So you can email them to get access to this information, but you want to reach out to them to see, okay, what are the other benefits that you qualify for that you don't have to pay, right? Meaning you could do an HIV test. Again, in this example, there might be an annual checkup that is there, which is provided free from the medical aid. So again, you want to check these things up, right? It could even be, most medical aids offer things like pap smear. That's free. So you want to reach out to your medical aid to see, hey, what are the benefits that I qualify for? Even though it's a hospital only plan, what are the additional benefits that I qualify for that you don't have to pay toward, right? So that's another secret that I want you to explore, which is the additional benefits. And then in terms of chronic medications, so you might have this concern that if you're choosing a comprehensive plan, you're going to have the chronic medication covered in full. And if you're choosing a hospital only plan, now the chronic medication is not covered. Well, it's not true. Because of what I had shared with you earlier in terms of a prescribed minimum benefit, right? Prescribed minimum benefits are the basic things that every single medical aid has to provide. It doesn't matter if it's a hospital only plan or if it's a comprehensive plan. As long as you got a proper medical aid, you get access to prescribed minimum benefits. And one of it is access to chronic medication for a prescribed list, right? So the medical aid will tell you exactly what's covered, what's not covered. But included in here are the most common things. So for example, if you have diabetes, it doesn't matter whether you've got a comprehensive medical aid or whether you've got a hospital only plan. Both of them will provide you with medication that you can gain access to for free, right? So no charge. There are instances where you might notice that you might have to pay a co-payment, or you might have a situation where it's not covered altogether. If that's the case, it's got nothing to do with you having a hospital-only plan or a comprehensive plan. It has to do with the type of medication that your doctor's prescribing. So what you want to do, whether you have comprehensive or hospital-only, you want to have a look at the formulary, right? You want to find out from the medical aid if they can provide you with the formulary. It's easy. It's just a list, a breakdown of medication that is provided by that particular scheme. Now, let's say there are 5 different types of medication that's provided. All you need to do is make sure that you inform your doctor to choose one of the items that's on the list of 5. So for example, if you have a hospital-only plan and it covers diabetes, but they only have 5 different types of medication that's covering diabetes, then in that case, you just need to get that list over to your doctor. As long as your doctor is prescribing something that's part of the 5, then that's perfect. You know you don't have to pay. If there is an instance where the doctor is not able to prescribe one of the 5, then you can start to analyze whether you're on the right option, right? So maybe you might not need hospital only, maybe you need something a bit more comprehensive, or maybe you might need an alternate option where it's being covered. Or maybe, and this is something key here, maybe you want to start to compare the pricing difference, right? It could be more affordable for you to pay the additional amount in cash as opposed to hopping onto something that's very comprehensive, so a comprehensive scheme. So that's it. You now know the basic differences between the two, a comprehensive medical aid versus a hospital-only plan. Now, I want to stress, you want to make sure that you're getting a proper medical aid here, not something that's covering you for your hospital stays or hospital insurance, right? As I had shared in an earlier video, you want to make sure that you have proper medical aid because you only gain access to the prescribed minimum benefits and all the things that I've shared with you if it's a proper medical scheme. Now, I'd like you to comment in the link below or comment below so that I can get to know from you. Have you found the video helpful? And what are some of the things that you've identified? What's been your key takeaways from this video? So comment below so that I can see where you are on your journey. Again, if you found the video helpful, click the thumbs up sign and I invite you to share the video. So there are friends, family members, your work colleagues that might need access to this information. They might want to know how is it that they can get their medical aid to be more affordable, yet at the same time more comprehensive. So I invite you to share this with them so that you can help support and we can grow as a community. Until then, I shall see you in the next video.